crazy? How's that for crazy? How's that for crazy?
Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the Country Music Time Machine. We are 5 episodes into some of the craziest country songs in country music history. I'm your host, Kevin. I'm having a lot of fun doing these things, and you folks are having a lot of fun popping in the comments below what you think of them, too. But if you think we should continue the craziness, like I said, pop it into comments below, and as always, please support us by subscribing, liking the videos, and telling all your crazy friends about the Country Music Time Machine. I think before I get started on Crazy Country Episode 5, I want to send a shout out to some folks watching far, far away. Country music is loved by millions worldwide. Thanks to Tess over on the east coast of Scotland for tuning in. And also hello to KnackKnack978 over in New Zealand. Speaking of worldwide country, I'm planning to head over to Japan in September, and I will do a special episode there about the worldwide love of country music. So watch for the post and the episode coming out a little bit later on. The first song on this episode is one that has been in my head for years. I don't think anybody mentioned it in the comments, but for some reason it stuck in my head. Rednecks, White Socks, and Blue Ribbon Beer is a song that came out in 1973, and it came from Johnny Russell. It was a hit, reaching number 4 in the U.S. and number 1 with our fine friends in Canada. An interesting story about the song is that country legend Charlie Pride did not like it. He did not like the song's racial nature. So Johnny, when he was playing with Charlie, could never play it on tour with him. I don't really drink beer that much, but for those Pabst Blue Ribbon fans out there, I always thought this song was a commercial for the beer, but I guess it wasn't. But if you like PBR, cheers. This one's for you.
There's no place that I'd rather be than right here. My redneck, white socks and blue ribbon beer. The barmaid is mad 'cause some guy made a pass. The jukebox is playing, there stands the glass. The cigarette smoke kinda hangs in the air. Rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beer. A cowboy's cussing the pinball machine. A drunk at the bar is getting noisy and mean. And some guy on the phone says, I'll be home soon, dear. Rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beer.
You know, I was not born in Tennessee, even though I call Tennessee my home. I was born in California, and that's because my dad was stationed in the military at the time in California when I was born, so I had no choice. I do call Tennessee my home, and this song has been mentioned a lot. Tennessee Birdwalk by Jack Blanchard and Misty Morgan was released in 1970 and was a hit in the U.S., Canada, and Australia. Thanks to Craig, Jonah, Russell, and Johnny for mentioning this one.
Take away the trees and the birds will have to sit upon the ground. And take away their wings and the birds will have to walk to get around. And take away the bird baths and dirty birds will soon be everywhere. Take away their feathers and the birds will walk around in underwear. Take away their, and the birds will have to whisper when they sing. And take away their common sense and they'll be headed southward in the spring. Oh, remember me, my darling, when spring is in the air and the bald-headed birds are whispering everywhere. When you see them walking southward in their dirty underwear, this Tennessee Birdwalk.
Some of the best country music is filled with references to booze drinking. I have the best booze drinking songs in country music history coming up here on the Country Music Time Machine. Watch out for that episode about drinking and country music. But there are also funny songs about smoking weed. The next song is about weed. And of course, when you think about weed, who in country music do you think about? Willie Nelson. Weed with Willie was on the Shock and Y'all album from Toby Keith in 2003. It's a funny one and fits our theme perfectly. A bunch of folks mentioned this one, so here's Toby, Willie, and the song's co-writer, Scott Emmerich.
I always heard that his herb was top shelf. Lord, I just could not wait to find out for myself.
Well, don't knock it till you tried it. I've tried it, my friend. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
Now we learned a hard lesson in a small Texas town.
He fired up a fat boy and he passed him around.
The last words I spoke before they took me in.
I may discount bungee jump, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it began. Now you could pour me some old Whiskey River, my friend, but I'll never smoke weed with Willie again.
It's time to do another song from the Legends of Country parody, Homer and Jethro. They just love to take hit tunes and change them into a funny way. A shout out to Ernie Fowler, Naomi Bowling, and Evil Genius, for mentioning this one. And of course, with a name like Evil Genius, I think I better play it. Originally released in 1959, how about a little of the Battle of Cucamonga?
Well, in 1959 we took a little hike with our scoutmaster down to Lake Anikanike. We took a little pizza, we took some sauerkraut, marched along together till we seen the Girl Scout. We're the boys from Camp Cucamonga. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learned to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. If we catch some girls, then we'll set the woods ablaze. Well, we creeped up to the water and we seen the girls a-swimming. They must have been 100 of them, pretty young women. They looked so neat and birds forgot to sing. Laid down the poison oak and didn't say a thing. We're the boys of Camp Cucamonga. Our mother sent us here for to study nature's ways. We learned to make sparks by rubbing sticks together. And if we catch some girls, it will set the woods ablaze.
All right, time to slip in another commercial here on the Country Music Time Machine. Let's head down to the car lot and get the latest from Junior Samples.
Josephine!
Batman Jr.
Is that any way to address the Emperor of France?
Sorry. Bonjour, Napoleon, your emperorship.
That's better. Now, what is it, car mechanic?
Do you know that one of your cars doesn't have any engine?
That's the one that's noiless, fuel-saving, and guaranteed pollution-free. But it's still a good buy, folks. But the horse to pull it, that comes extra.
Can I have the evening off, Napoleon?
Not tonight, Josephine. The number to call is BR549.
Time to bring you another great one from Jerry Reed. This one came out in 1973, and it was a number one hit. He had a bunch of them. Thanks to Miker8379 for recommending this one, Lord Mr. Ford. Take it away, Jerry.
Well, now I ain't a man to point a judge, very will and to hold a grudge, but I think it's time to set me a few choice words. All about that demon automobile, the metal monster with the polyglass wheels, the end results of the dream of Henry Ford. Well, now I got a car that's mine alone, that me and the finance company own, a ready-made pile of manufactured grief. And if I ain't out of gas in a pouring rain, I'm a fixing a flat in a hurricane. Once spent 3 days lost on a clover leaf. Well, now it ain't just the smoke and the traffic jam that makes me the bit of fool I am, but this four-wheel buggy is $1 and me to death. For gas and oils and fluids and grease and wires and tires and accessories, well, honey, that's something else. Well, you can get stereo, tape, and a color TV, get a backseat bar and reclining seats, and just pay once a month like you do your rent. Well, I figured it up, and over a period of time, this $4,000 car of mine cost $14,000.99. Well, now, Lord, Mr. Ford, I just wish that you could see what your simple horseless carriage has become. Well, it seems your contribution to man, to say the least, got a little out of hand. Well, Lord, Mr. Ford, what have you done? Back up, son.
While I do call Tennessee my home now because I was working in radio, and to work at the big radio stations, I guess I had to move to Tennessee, I mostly grew up in South Carolina. This song was big in 1980 in South Carolina and was a huge hit in the U.S. for Ray Stevens. It's the third annual convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibaba Temple of the Shrine. Say that a few times really fast.
Operator, give me room 321, please. Hello, Noble Lumpkin. This here's the Luster's Potentate. I said it's the Luster's Potentate. The Luster's Coy. Dad, blame it, this here's Bubba. Boy, why ain't you at the parade? What? Well, how'd you get that big Harley up there in your room? What? I can't hear you, Coy. Quit revving it up, boy. Turn it up. I just want you to know one thing. You have embarrassed us all, the whole Hayhira delegation. Now, I'll see you at the banquet, son. You be there. You hear me, Coy? Black tie, 7 o'clock. Be there, Coy. And Coy, don't answer the phone, Nud. Well, it was all arranged by the ladies' auxiliary in the downtown convention hall. Roast beef, string beans, mashed potatoes, and 9 boring speeches and all. And all the tables looked fine with the Moby Dick wine and chrysanthemums on each side. And the Hayhira leaders in the rented tuxedos made the local hearts swell with pride. It's a typical American phenomenon where all the members have a fine old time. It's the 43rd annual convention of the Grand Mystic Royal Order of the Nobles of the Alibaba Temple of the Shrine.
Thanks, Ray. You know, I only do the country music time machine for fun, and I do have a lot of fun. But one day, when I can afford to retire, I plan to spend time with my family, play some golf, and probably go fishing. If I do have a girlfriend when I retire, will Shania be divorced again? If I do have a girlfriend when I retire, I'm probably going to go fishing. And I guess I'm going to miss you, Shania.
Well, I love her, but I love to fish. I spend all day out on this lake, and hell is all I catch. But today she met me at the door, said I would have to choose. And if I hit that fishing hole today, she'd be packing all her things and she'd be gone by noon. So I'm gonna miss her.
There's been an outcry.
I get
investigation. A formal complaint has been filed. He's cheated.
Right now I'm on this lake shore, and I'm sitting in the sun. I'm sure it'll hit me.
That had to hurt.
When I walk through that door tonight, yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there, another bite. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there.
Brad Paisley, dare I say, in Fuego.
I've got a bite.
Sounds like maybe you shouldn't be with any girl. You should be with a fish. I've thought about that. You know, as a final thought today, I was thinking, why can't these people just get along?
It's time to close out episode 5 of some of the craziest songs in country music history. If you remember the 1980s, I do remember some of it. I was a young teenager. I was a young know-it-all back then, really. Boy George and the Culture Club was the craze on the pop charts. But in 1984, Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley had some fun with old Boy George. And they had a hit song with this.
Oh, I saw it on the TV, and I thought it was a shame. It was a man dressed like a woman, and he had a boy's name. Well, I heard it on the radio while I was in the tub. Now, Joe, what in the world is this thing they call the Culture Club? Well, it's some old boy from England, Mo, and he's a-making $1 million. Joe will never make $1 million driving these old trucks. Too many nights of drinking, losing football bets. Lately we'd do anything to get us out of debt. Where's the dress? Give me them high-heel shoes. Where's the dress? We'll be money-making fools. We might close the bars down and cause a few arrests. If it makes some money, Mo, tell me where's the dress?
That's all we got for the Country Music Time Machine and Crazy Country Songs 5. Do you want more of these crazy country songs episodes? Well, if you do, just pop your comments down below and we'll keep the fun rolling. And if you've got a song on your mind that hasn't been played yet, just mention it down below. Until then, this is Kevin. Let's keep it country right here on the Country Music Time Machine.